Other stuff, because again, I was saying before you came, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what's happened. You kind of, oh yeah, Flames are playing today, and you just kind of get lost in the holidays. Somewhere along the line, I think it was going back to Friday, the Colorado Avalanche, they extend Mackenzie Blackwood. 5 years, 26.25 million. He's been good since he got dealt there. He's gone 4-1 with a 1.82 and a 940 save percentage. That's a quick little romance before popping the question, isn't it? 4 games. I was reading we wanted him to get to Denver and kind of get the lay of the land, and then we thought we'd get into contract talks, and boom, it's done. Maybe when you know, but it seems pretty quick between. I didn't even know they had landed on him.
They boinked on the first date,
right? So, I guess he's the number one. I guess he's the guy. I didn't even know they'd kind of picked a number one yet, but there you go.
Someone help me understand this contract. Like, if you want to sign Mackenzie Blackwood to an extension, I mean, by all means, knock your socks off. 5 years?
5 years.
He got that contract term and dollar figure is like quite literally the kiss of death for all NHL goalies. Tristan Jarry, disaster in Pittsburgh. Jack Campbell, horrific in Edmonton. And then you go out and you give him basically the same deal 4 games in for a guy that's never played. You and I have played in the same number of Stanley Cup playoff games as Mackenzie Blackwood. How is that possible? How have you anointed this guy as the savior for what your team needs in net? I'm not saying he can't be good, not by any stretch of the imagination. But when you look at his track record, we've seen way more bad than good to think that this is a guy you have to sign right now to a long-term deal.
It's another one of the. Sorry, Frank. It's another one of those things. If he plays the remainder of the season, or you go another month or two, but let's just say you go the rest of the year, how much more than 26.25 over 5 are you going to have to pay the guy if he's dynamite?
Not at all.
I don't know how much. What's the price increase? It just.
I hope it works out for them. Finish this year out for the rest of the year at 940. Then you're going, okay. But even then, on the best case scenario, it's not going to be much more expensive than it was right now.
Yeah, I don't see him suddenly being a $7 or a $9 million per season goaltender. I don't know. But if there's a team that has to appreciate what goaltending is, or what it's like to have a good team with bad goaltending, it would be the Colorado Avalanche.
Do you know, prior to this season, his last 3 years, 91 games played, 85 starts, 896 save percentage.
I know. And I guess some of that's the team, right? He's not.
I guess, but yeah, someone is going to have to help me with that contract.
It's great. It's great work for him. It's great work for the agent. It's great work for him.
Can you imagine, so I'm just trying to think this one out. So Chris McFarland calls, obviously it's around the holidays. He's feeling pretty generous. Team's gotten back on track. And you get the call if you're Blackwood's agents, and they say, wait, we're going to have to check on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you put the phone down and like put it on mute and start screaming like, yeah, like how does that work? Or do you have to bluff a little bit? Like, you know what? We're going to have to turn that first offer down. What do you like? I don't even know what you do.
Yeah. Is there a negotiation, or do you just look for a pen? It's probably one of those things. I think maybe he's been in the eggnog now. If he is hammered, and we sign, is there any recourse? Is he going to be able to say, oh, no, I was drunk, I take it back? I don't know how. It's a great deal.
Again, even if you wanted to sign him to a 2-year deal at the same AAV, fine, by all means, I could see that. Yeah, you know what? But 2 years is so much different than 5.
5's a long time. Yeah, 5 is a ton.
There's going to be some hard years, I'm telling you, on that deal.
It feels like it, but you know what? I hope it works out.
It'd be a great story, and he's obviously a talented kid. Like, no one's denying that. And the injuries that he had in New Jersey that was really tough. Like, I don't know if I told you the story or our loyal barn burner listeners, but his heel injury in New Jersey was so bad that they quite literally had to cut out the piece of the back of his skate so that his heel could hang out.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible. So I'm hoping that he just got right and is back on track. But man, this is a guy that did not handle pressure well in New Jersey as well. There was no pressure in San Jose.
Yeah.
Obviously, 4 games, great, but give him a playoff run first.
So
Let him get a taste of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah. I read the McFarland. We wanted him to get back to Denver and just kind of get the lay of the land for what, about a couple days? I mean, it was
to see if the mountains were blue. Like, what are we looking at here?
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.